Hello viewers, in today's tutorial we are going to look at how to design a beautiful cosmetic flyer in Adobe Photoshop. So without wasting enough time, let's take a look at the resource files that we'll be using in this design. Here are the resource files that we'll be using in our design. So we are going to make good use of all of these in our design. Alright, so let's get into Photoshop. So as usual, we created a workspace for our work. So we go to File, New, and then in this case our width is going to be 4 inches, and then our height is also going to be 4 inches. Then we leave our resolution to 200. Then the color mode, we leave the color mode to RGB. Then you hit on OK. Now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to set a guide for our work. So we are going to pick the guide below the ruler. So we bring the first one to this place, then pick another one and set it at the top here in this form, then pick and put another one here, then pick and put another one on top of this one. Now let's set this side. Okay, so you bring this one to over here, something like this is okay. Now let's go there and pick the next one and bring to this place. Okay, so let me move this one to this place a little bit. Let me move it to this side small. Alright, so that is it. Now we have to go to File, so that will place our first source file. So we'll bring this one first. So in this case I want it to be at only this place. Alright, so we hit on OK on your keyboard to commit step do. So remove it to cover the entire sheet. Alright, so that is it. Now the next thing we are going to do is that I am going to give a little curve to this. So I'll press Ctrl C on my keyboard, Ctrl C, or better still, you can go to the top over here and then pick curves. Then that will open for you. Then load this one, put it at the center over here, so something like this. Be cool. Alright, then hit on this place too. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do is that I'll go to my file again and place the first image. So this is what I'll bring first. Now go shift and reduce the size a little bit, then now bring it to this place. Let's bring it to the top a little, right, something like this. Now let me go shift and open it up a little, and open this place too a little. We bring it to the down. Okay, something like this. Now the next thing I'll do is that I'll go and bring the next image, something like this. Bring this one, reduce the size again, hold shift key on your keyboard and drag it to reduce the size, and bring it to the top over here, put it at the top, then put on the commit button. Alright, so let me then bring it and position it well. Okay, then let me go and bring the next image and bring this one now, then go shift and resize it and bring it to this place and put it on this place over here like this. So I will then I'll add a layer mask to that, and then pick this flurry tool, this tool over here, and then I'm going to cut some portion out from here. I'm going to cut this place. I'm going to cut this place off. Cut this place off. Hit on backspace on your keyboard. So let me pick my brush tool and brush, reduce the size, the bracket, use the bracket key, bracket on your keyboard to reduce the size. Let me clear this off. Right, then Ctrl D to deselect that. I can then bring it down. Alright, something like this. I'll move it to the top a little. Then I can go back and pick my last one, and this is it over here. Then hold your shift key again and reduce the size a little. Then you can position this one to neatly at this very end. Now what we are going to do is we are going to add a new layer on top. Then you pick your brush tool, increase the size using the bracket keys, the bracket on your keyboard. Then you create something like this. So we are going to give it a shadow, so drop it down, drop it. Okay, now let me open it a little, and let me position it at the bottom of this. Now I'm going to change the color of that shadow, so go to blending option and change that color back to black. So I'll pick black like this, hit on OK, and then let's ensure that this is beneath this. Okay, then we reduce the opacity. Let's reduce the opacity. Okay, something like that. Then the next thing is we are going to copy this shadow. Ctrl J to duplicate that and bring it to this place to give a shadow to this one too. So make sure it is beneath that. Okay, and then we beneath that. So guys, that is it. That is it for our work. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to select all of this. So we select all of this. Hold Shift Ctrl G to group that. Then name this background. Name this background. Okay. Let's say this is items, and then let's select this and this, Ctrl key, then Ctrl J to go. Then we name this one background. Okay. Now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to select all of this and we'll increase the brightness of that a little bit. So we'll increase the brightness to 30. Okay, I think that is too much, so then we bring it to 24. Okay, and then the contrast a little bit. Okay, so that is cool for me over there. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do is that we are going to start adding our text to that, but before then let me bring my rectangle tool, and then I'll make a nice rectangle over here, and I'll change the color to ash. So change the color to this very color, hit on OK, hit on OK, and let me bring it on top of this. Okay, so that is it for me. Let me go to my, hit on the type tool, and then the font we are going to use is called Company. So I'll go and copy the name, copy that, and paste that over here, and change the color to white like this. Now ensure that this is selected for you. Now let's open that to say 20 to 20 like this. Then you position it. Let's open it up a little. Let's open it up a little. Okay, so let me bring this to this place. Okay, something like this. Then the next thing I will do is I will go to my blending option again, pick drop shadow, and I'll change the shadow from here to 5, this one to 3, and this one also to 5. Then I'll hit on OK. Then the next thing is I'll select my type tool again, go back to my type, my text, and copy cosmetics. Copy that, then paste that over here, cosmetics, paste that, and bring it to this place. It should be beneath this. Okay, then we are going to change the color of this very one. We are going to change it to a little bit. Okay, so let me adjust it to this. Okay, then I will go and then drop and do shadow for that. Give a shadow. I will set this to 5, and set this to 3, and set this to 5. Then I'll hit on. Then I'll add a little stroke to that. So let me put it on 2. But I don't want that, so I'll change it to something blendable. So something like that. Then let me hit on OK on my keyboard. Then now I can then change the size to 14. Okay, so let me bring it to this place so that it will blend with the background. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do is I'll pick my type tool again, hit over here and set new arrivals. Okay, and then I'll bring it to the down part over here like this. Then I'll change the font size to let me put it on 10. Okay, let me reduce it by 1 again to 9. Okay, so that is it. Then let me change this color to white, and then I'll go and pick a rounded rectangle over here and then draw a shape nicely beneath that. Then let me change the color to the darker type of red, so I'll bring this down a little, something like this. Okay, then I'll bring this one on top. Then let me hold this control key and select the two. Now position them neatly. Okay, then we can now deselect them. But let me go. Okay, so the next one we are going to do is we are going to pick our type tool again. Then we are going to copy another thing, and that is we are going to copy the built-in, then paste that over here. Okay, but we are going to change the font again to something called cream, another font called crinkle. I'm going to pick crinkle, this very one. All right, I think that is giving us. Let me use a beautiful people personal use. Okay, okay, so let me select that and change the font back to, let me change it back to I think let me use a font. I'm looking for a particular font. That should be okay. So let me use Arizona. Okay. Let me go back and pick my crinkle. Let me pick my crinkle font. Okay, so that is it. So let me pick my crinkle. Make sure your own is on this, the bold type of T. So you bring it to the top over here. Now position this little over here. Now let's go and pick our rounded rectangle again. But this time we'll change the radius to 20. Then we'll draw a nice rectangle over here. Then let's position this over here. We bring it to the down a little bit. So I will then change the color to the light type. So let me pick this very color. Okay, click on OK. Now we are going to bring our services now. So pick your type tool and put it over here. Do not select it, don't place it inside here. If not, it will do another option for you. So the first one is what, spray. So copy that and paste that over here. Spray. Now let's pick that and bring it inside now. Now we are going to change the font back to Railway. Let's change the font to Railway and then let's put it on bold. Then we'll change the color of that font to black. Okay, and we are going free to go. Then let's position it at the middle part over here. Let's put it here. Now go and pick your right click and pick your ellipse tool and make a small ellipse right here. Make sure it is a little bit small. Then the color we want for that ellipse should be the bit dark. Okay, then hit on OK. Now Control plus to zoom in. I want to see what is happening there properly, and then we bring it. Okay, now I can then duplicate this. Hold Control key and select that, then Control J to duplicate that, bring it to the down. Okay, then T on your keyboard to select this. Now let's go back and copy splash, copy that and paste that here. Then position, let's position it very well. Now let's select all of this, holding shift and then Ctrl J to duplicate that and bring them to the down. Okay, then with T on your keyboard, select them, copy this and paste them over here. Okay, now let's position this one too. Okay, T on your keyboard to select the type tool, select this, go back, copy this, copy this, paste it over here. Then let's position it. Okay, now we are going to select all again, holding shift key and then Ctrl J to duplicate those, then you bring them down. Okay, so the next thing is hit on T on your keyboard, highlight that, copy the next text, and that is earrings. Copy, paste that over here, then select your move tool, then T again, highlight that, copy this, paste that over here, T again, highlight that, copy this, paste that and hit on this, position that T again, copy this, select this and copy it and paste that over here. Then select your move tool, position it neatly like this. Then the next thing we are going to do is we are going to select this and Ctrl J to duplicate that and bring it to the down. Okay, and let me then select this one, Ctrl J to duplicate that, bring it to the down. Okay, hold on T, select this, copy this and paste that over here. Select your move tool and position that, click on T again, select this, and then the next thing we do is we are going to copy that and we'll paste this neatly over here, and then we'll bring this one down. Let's delete this, we select that and delete it. Then this, we are going to change the color of this now. We'll change it back to the color like this, then you hit on this, then we'll change the color back to company, we'll change it back to, we'll change the color back to company like this. And then what we will do is we are going to reduce the font size a little bit, okay, and many more, and like this. Then the color, you have to work on the color, change the color back to say a color of this, and let me bring it down to something like this. Okay, so let me select this. I'm going to bring this to this place. It's going to be on top of this. Then let me go and pick my rectangle tool and then make a rectangle of this nature. Okay, then I'll change the color of that rectangle. Select and change the color of that rectangle to a color like this. Okay, so let me change the color to something like this. Hit on OK, and then bring this on top. Okay, so what we are going to do is that I will go to edit, then I will go to scale, and then I will take my time and position this to this place, something like this, and position this one to something like this. Then I'll hit on OK on my keyboard. Now let me select my move tool and move this a little bit. Let me select the video in and then position that. But let me reduce the size of that to 7. Okay, then I can then reduce the size of this, and then let me position that very well. Okay, then hit on OK on the keyboard. Now let me zoom in and see what is happening. So that is it. That is what we are doing. We are on it. Now let me zoom in again and see what is happening. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is we are going to pick the rectangle tool, make a line like this, and change the color to white. Let me bring it to this place again, and I'll bring it to the down. Okay, so I'll put it beneath this one, the rectangle, and then I'll copy that, Ctrl J, and then drag that whole shape to align it well. Okay. move it in a little bit. Okay, so that is it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'll go and add the location and then the contact details. So what will happen is I'll pick my type tool again, hit on, drag there, then go to the top here, and then we said call or WhatsApp, then paste that over here, something like this. Then let's change the color to say a color like this, Let's position this neatly here. So let's go back and copy the contact over here. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. Comment, like, and paste that over here. And you bring it down here. Let's change the font to something. Let's change the font to Lato. But let's change it to bold and bring it down flat. Let's bring it down like that. Let me open it up with the help of Shift key. And open it up a little like this. Then let me bring this one here. Let me bring this one too right here. Okay. So I will copy this, Ctrl J to copy that. Then let me bring it to this place, something like this. See on your keyboard to select the type to copy that, and then copy location. Location, copy. Okay, and type here. Location. Okay, then I will come back, Ctrl J to copy this and bring it to this place. We don't T on your keyboard. Let me come here and copy the location, copy that and paste that over here like this. Then select the type tool, the move tool, and move that to position it neatly. Now we are going to do some little adjustment to this. So we'll pick your rectangle tool, make a little shape around this. So you change the color to this. Bring it down, bring it down again. Okay, now let me change the color of call or WhatsApp. I want to change the color to brighten color. And change it to something that people can see well. So something like this is okay. And let me copy this rectangle, Ctrl J to copy that. Sorry. Let me reduce the size a little bit. Reduce the size a little bit. Reduce it small. Okay, and you can check button over here. Then let me zoom in and see what is happening over here. So I will select this and this. Then select this and this, then you go there, insert call and location. Okay, now let me bring these ones down. Let me bring these ones down like this. Okay, so let me go and do another one. So this time I'm going to add the working hours. So working hours. Okay, so let me open this up a little. Open this up a little. Then you position it at the center right here. Position it at the center. Then hit on the check button. Now pick your type tool again. You type Monday to Saturday. Just in the front to Lato and put this on bold. Okay, then bring it back here and then bring this one to over here and close this place a little bit. Okay, and then we'll go and pick my rounded rectangle again and make a small shape. Let me change the color of that shape to this very color. Let me ensure that this shape is beneath the working hours. Okay, so guys, that is our design for the day. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and share the video as well.